we will learn about mutation. What is mutation is? Mutation is a sudden change. Mutation is a sudden change in the genetic sequence. In the genetic sequence which leads to production of abnormal protein structures, and sudden change in the genetic sequence which leads to the production of abnormal protein structure, right? Now the fact is this: when the protein structure that is produced, suppose you know that this is a DNA, okay, and you know there are sequences in the DNA. If I take one strand of the DNA, there are sequences A, T, G, C, C, T, A, C, T, A, C, A, G, A. So this sequence will be copied into a messenger RNA. From the messenger RNA, it will be translated into a protein, and you know all these things. But if there is a change in the sequence, as because this sequence, when gets converted into the sequence of messenger RNA, AUGCCC, UACGA, so AUG will give rise to a amino acid, this will give rise to amino acid, this will give rise to amino acid. In this way, triplet codons are there which will give rise to amino acids, and the amino acids will join with each other to form a polypeptide chain, and hence the polypeptide chain will form a alpha helix or a beta plated sheet, and then will form a secondary structure and will form a tertiary structure which will have grooves in it, which will have a specific structure, which will do specific function. It may act as an enzyme, it may act as a protein, it may act as a hormone, which may give rise to our characteristics, right? But if there is sudden change in the sequence, then there will be change in the protein structure, which the resulting which there will be change in characteristics. Now this may give rise to abnormality. This may give rise to diseases, which we called mutated genetic diseases. Also, the good effect of it is that this also leads to slow mutation or slow changes, also leads to evolution. So these three effects are there which you need to understand. Okay, so now the fact is this, that we have to understand what mutation is and how it occurs. We have already understood its definitions, and so where mutations occur, now suddenly it occurs. How it occurs? How mutation occurs? How mutation occurs? So that is a big question, that how mutation occurs. There must be some way that how mutation occurs. Now mutation occurs due to mutagens. Agents of mutation. That's why mutagens, agents of mutation. Now mutagens are those agencies or agents which cause mutations. Now mutagens can be chemical mutagens, chemical agents. There can be chemical mutagens, right? There can also be physical mutagens, which is basically physical mutagens in most of the cases, or 99% of the cases, is radiation. Now if we talk about chemical mutagens, there are base analogues. Now question arises, sir, what is base analog? What happens sometimes that suppose in a DNA sequence ATGCCATGA is there. Okay, now what will happen is chemical structure which is just similar to the structure of T but is not actually T will get incorporated. You know that each of the residue or each of these nucleotides are ribose sugar. Attached to the ribose sugar is a 5-carbon ribose sugar. Attached to the one carbon of the ribose sugar is a nitrogenous base. So the base analog is actually imitates the structure of the nitrogenous base. It is not the original nitrogenous base, and a phosphorus is attached to the 5' carbon. However, here there is no change. It is this nitrogenous base which I have learnt in your earlier chapters. They are analogous to the structures of the nitrogenous base. So when they get attached here, during DNA replication. Maybe it may happen during DNA replication. So remember, it may happen, mutation may happen during DNA replication. So if it can happen during DNA replication, you will say, sir, there is fidelity of DNA replications, there is proofreading, how it can happen? No, proofreading is 100% correct. However, if there is mutagen, it may get incorporated during cell division. The cell could maybe it will not be able to do something. It incorporated the wrong base. It thought that it is the nucleotide, but it incorporated that. So such are known as base analogs, or analogous to the bases or nitrogenous bases. Like for example, 5-bromouracil, 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 then 5-iodouracil. Okay, these are examples of base analogs which are analogous to thiamine. Analogous to thiamine. Remember that they are analogous to thiamine. Then apart from these base analogs which may get incorporated, there can be also number 2, this is number 1 base analogs. Number 2, there can be alkylating agents. Alkylating agents. Now alkylating agents, look, this is a little bit tricky topic, because alkylation is a effect of is a process of epigenetic effect in human bodies. I'll tell you what is epigenetic effect. Let me tell you what is epigenetic effect so that you can understand. Let me tell you here what is epigenetic effect. This is not mutation. Epigenetic effect means, suppose there is a tissue. In one cell, there's a lot of cells, similar type of cells. Maybe this cell is little bit functionally, functioning genetically different from this cell. That can be a reason of alkylation in one of the bases. What is alkylation? Alkylation means adding alkyl group. Methylation means adding methyl group or adding ethyl group. That is known as alkylation. This is known as alkylation. Adding methyl group or ethyl group, this is known as alkylation. Okay, what happens is basically, take this away. What happens is basically, I will tell you, suppose a DNA sequence is there, A, T, G, C, C, T, A, G, C, T. One of the bases gets alkylated. It is getting methylated or ethylated in one of the positions. Okay, methyl group or C, because you know lot of carbons are there in the ring structure of the ribose sugar, of the nucleotide or the phosphate. A lot of carbons are there attached to one another. So in one of the carbon, it may happen that one bond may open and methyl group or ethyl group may enter. Now this alkylation does a lot of things. Okay, it is of huge importance in the cells. Like what happens in case of epigenetic effect, one of the cell functions little bit different from another cell, because maybe it's one of the bases or two of the bases are alkylated, and this epigenetic effect is important for us. It has got lot of advantages also. Okay, so that is there. Then alkylation is occurring for repair of DNA. Alkylation occurs for repair of DNA. That also you can say. Suppose for example there is a mistake in DNA sequence copying. Okay, suppose in this place, so whichever is the base to be removed, how the cell will understand? The cell alkylates it at first. Okay, and then it removes it. So alkylation has a good effect also, but then also you have to remember that by alkylating you can create mutation also. Suppose this alkylation is occurring in one of the correct bases. Understood? So what will happen? The cell will think it is wrong, right? And will remove it. Then what? Actually mutation is happening. So in this way, alkylation can also be a source of mutation. So we have to understand that. We have to be very keen about understanding that how alkylation is a source of mutation. So I hope that's number 2 topic, that chemical agents, alkylating agents can occur. So alkylating agents, unnecessary alkylating agents which can create alkylation can do it. Number 3rd, under chemical mutagens, number 3rd under chemical mutagen is we can say what is there? Acridine dyes. acridine dyes. These acridine dyes also change the structure of the bases. Okay, so that is, if you change the structure of the base, then ultimately there will be mutation. So I hope that you have understood from the beginning. So I hope that you have understood from the beginning that what is mutation, how the sudden changes occur, and what are mutagens, and the three types of chemical mutagens. Now we will go into physical mutagens. Physical mutagens. Now we will understand about the physical mutagens. So let us try to understand about the physical mutagens. So what happens in physical mutagens is that physical mutagens can be of two types. I'm so sorry, this focus is creating problem. So physical mutagens basically can be of two types: ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. So there can be of two types of physical mutagens: ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. Now ionizing radiation examples are X-rays, alpha rays, beta rays. These are ionizing radiation. So what they will do, they will ionize the atoms present in the DNA molecule. Now I hope that you understand, if there is ionization of the atoms present in the DNA molecule, maybe a carbon atom in the nitrogen base, maybe a carbon atom in the ribose sugar, whatever is there, if there is ionization of that, then that is not fruitful. So if there is ionization of that, I hope that you understand that that will not be fruitful, and it will create a different kind of structure, and hence there will be problem in doing translation or transcription, and hence a protein which is not necessary or unnecessary or abnormal protein structure may be produced. So I hope that you have understood that what is ionizing radiation and how it can create, and these are the examples of ionizing radiation. Now there are non-ionizing radiations also. Non-ionizing radiation example is UV rays. What they do is, how they see, basic fact is changing the chemical structure. Once you change the chemical structure, and once in any way chemical structure is changed, once in any way the chemical structure is changed, then what will happen? If the chemical structure is changed, then there won't be proper production of the messenger RNA or the proper production of the protein, because what will happen, there will be the enzymes which will copy the codons, or the enzymes or the transfer RNA which will convert the codons, or the enzymes which will do translation or transcription, they will not be able to recognize. So in this way, if there is ionization, there will be problem. If there is chemical mutagens like base analogs, alkylating agents or acridine, then also the same problem will be there. In this case, how it will change the chemical structure? Basically, it breaks down the chemical bonds. It breaks down the chemical bonds. So it breaks down the chemical bonds. So when it breaks down the chemical bonds, UV rays, in the nitrogenous bases, then automatically there will be break in the DNA, or there will be break in the DNA, then there will be no proper protein production. So these are the mutagenic agents or mutagens, okay, which create mutation. I hope that you have understood up to this much. Okay, so I hope the basic idea of mutation you have understood. The basic idea of mutation is to what? The basic idea of mutation is to understand that that there can be sudden change in the structure of the DNA, and when there is sudden change in the structure of the DNA, the entire process of central dogma of molecular biology will be affected, and hence there will be production of abnormal protein. And once there is production of abnormal protein, the protein may function as a hormone, the protein may function as an enzyme, the protein may function to give you any characteristic. There will be change in the characteristics, and you will get converted into an X-Men. You have seen X-Men? Don't think those are science fiction. So much conversion will also not be there, but yeah, you can hope that. Okay, so such is the concept of mutation. I hope that how mutation occurs I could be have been able to make you understand. Now we will go and classify the mutation and understand the types of mutation that occurs.